Alright. Bon, ça. Just testing the headphones. Altware, okay. So the sound's coming out properly. Yeti Nano, okay. Alrighty. Well, who am I adding? Who am I adding for the lobby? Give me a second. Let's see who's on the list of teams. For the prestige. Alex Schwarz was put in Blios Yazoo. Dr. Caron, okay. Alash Caron for. Where is Mr. Caron? Do not see Mr. Caron. And I don't think I have PP or the Forge. No. Alright. Well, but it won't be too long, guys. I was just waiting for one of the members to log in so I can ask them for an invite. Because I have Dr. Caron and I have Blios on my friends list. So, but neither of them are online. Unless they've changed their names yet again. So that's a possibility, you know? It's very common in the QC scene to change your name whenever the riot says you can change your name. So some people take opportunity of it because, well, I mean, it's free, so why not? Jesus. Oh, okay. I thought I had even more weeklies to do for TFT. I was like, holy shit! I just did them all like this morning. How would I get the new ones? So yeah, it won't be long. Let me send a message to Dr. Carl. Hold on. There you go. Message has been sent. So we've gotten the approval. So we should be good to go. I'm just gonna continue trying to not have a seizure solving this train puzzle minigame because I feel like I'm beyond dog shit at it. Where is Dr. Call? I guess it's not online now. I have hold on. Hello, friends. While we wait on the draft. It's been sent. Just in case. Well, tonight we are expecting some pretty good jungle action. And we supposedly, from what I was told during the tier list, we have the best 80 carry in the league playing tonight. Pew Pew is apparently the throat goat in this league. So I'm excited to see some high octane gameplay from the bot and the jungle tonight on opposing teams. So we are looking forward to it. So these are two of the 3 DME teams in Prestige. I can't recall though if there is an Academy DME team. No, there's no Academy DME team. So the 3 DME teams are represented. They're represented in Prestige only, but I think that's fine because it's like the higher division anyways, right? So I'm gonna have to look up solutions for that later. I'm just finishing my gacha dailies right now. Sorry, I'm a little late to the scene, but I don't think we haven't dropped the link. Oh, so Sai is Rasputin. Okay. Alright. I thought I had Sai added before. I guess I must have been cleared off. Look that up. I think that's all. Yeah. It looks good. Looks fine. Who are we missing? Jesus. Laforge? No, we have Laforge, Valix, Trixoy, Krovos is an spectator, Reskin, Sai. Wait, who are we missing? We are missing. Oh. Am I stupid or am I not reading things properly? No, we have 11 people. Okay. Alright. There we go. Let me just get the link up and ready for you guys. Don't worry, I'm still paying attention to my screen. I'm just a little sidetracked because I'm doing a lot of stuff. I decided to take a nap, woke up late like always, you know me, and yeah, well, here we are now. So, hopefully you guys are excited for a quality cast tonight. I know I am. Always in the mood for some good stuff. And okay, so it's... Sorry. Reskin is... Okay, so Forgotten on blue here for game 1, Dawn on red. So remember, if you like what you see, you can always smash that like button and hit that subscribe button by also ringing that notification bell, so you don't miss out on any uploads. We have daily uploads at midnight, except I believe Tuesdays and Sundays. Sometimes it's at 10 a.m. But we have daily uploads. We are trying to have daily casts, scrims, competitive matches, live glazing VOD reviews, whatever I can get my hands on. Hopefully, I can be busy for weeks on time, like weeks at a time, and I. The more you guys help me with scheduling, the easier and better things go. So whenever you guys have a match or a scrim that you'd like me to cast, if I'm not already scheduled to work, just let me know. Like, hit me up in the DMs, be like, yo, Sanctum, I've got a game, like, I don't know, like Friday night, 7 p.m. Are you free? And if I answer, then we're good to go. If I don't, I will always answer, but if I answer like yes or whatever, then that's just more content for you guys to be able to watch and more fun things for you guys to be able to see. And so, like, we're working for work experience right now, like it's kind of like the free labor internship. Hopefully maybe 2026 is going to be the year where we get to do some paid stuff, because that I think that could be kind of cool. One day I get paid to cast and stuff. That would be super awesome. Just letting them know they don't need to check in with me. I'm always ready. So. Oh, I already did that. Oh. So yesterday we saw an intense series between Los Luzerinos and Twinkies in their opening series, and this I believe is the second prestige. This is the second prestige series, because yesterday I believe I think Vertios played versus another team, because the Eternals people, they cast one game default time Tuesday for Prestige and one game default time Academy. I don't know what they're going to do about Emergence, but I guess Emergence is going to be an even different day. Maybe like Saturday or Friday, or who knows. There's no information about that league right now, because I just don't think there's enough signups, and I don't know if there's enough interest. Yeah. So... Me, I always do first come first serve kind of casting or whatever. Whenever I see an opportunity pop up, I will ask. But you can always feel free to ask me, like, say your next week's match has just been planned or whatever. You can come tell me, hey, Sanctum, we play like Thursday. No. They played. No. Vertios played yesterday. Well, we're Wednesday, no? Yeah. No, Vertios played yesterday, no? Or do Vertios play next week? I'm so confused. Give me a second, Kasiak. I might be spewing nonsense. Oh wow. Okay, never mind. I'm stupid. I read the finals. I read the finals from last split as a match. I'm sorry. Okay. So this is the debut Prestige match. So it's an org clash between both 2 out of 3 DME teams, and we're looking forward to some high quality action. We will be keeping our eyes on Pew Pew here for the side of Dawn, and on the side of Forgotten, we're gonna be keeping a big eye on Trixui and I'm drunk, bro. I'm just high on life. Welcome to autism. We're going to be banning the Aurora away here, taking away Melio from La Forge. Now, Melio is a champion that's risen up in priority when hyper carries that like to play safe are meta. So Jinx, Zeri, Aphelios, Yunara. Champions that scale really, really well. The triple top lane ban here against Dawn? Damn. Okay. That's... And we're banning the Aurora here away from Forgotten. So let's see here with the triple top lane ban. Wait, we ban Rumble, we ban Gwen. Does that is that indicate? No, we don't want. We don't first pick Ornn in Prestige. No, okay. We're first picking Orianna. Okay, so takeaway because we banned the Aurora. So here you have like two paths to diverge. You can either play the control mage option or you can try and play the assassin option and just assassinate whoever you're playing against. So we've seen Akali into Orianna. The laning phase a bit of a struggle, or the likes of Syndra, Ahri, Azir, Talia. Syndra's going to be the choice here for DME Dawn. And it's a good answer. If sometimes the Orianna goes like the defensive build versus like the first strike variants just to avoid dying, because first strike does increase the damage you're doing to people if you're the first to hit them, and you get a little bit of money out of them. Wukong is seeing some nerfs next patch, but we are not there yet. So currently still one of the kings of the jungle. He is getting an E buff, but he's getting a big W nerf. So it is a little bit unfortunate. But Syndra Wukong, fantastic mid jungle 2v2. And let's see what Diana Orianna. Okay, I feel like I gotta give it to Dawn in the mid jungle 2v2 because I don't know. We saw some Diana. It looked kind of clean. And Forgotten here also going to be locking in the Scion for Dr. Caron. So yeah, we've got a pretty strong scaling top side from the side of Forgotten. But it feels like Trixie is going to be the one playing the like filling in the big shoes for like that momentous damage. Because if you look at it, we're going to be looking for some Moonfall Shockwave combos, and Zac gets locked in on Dawn. Okay, Zac an answer to Scion? I mean, you're a health scaler. You don't really have to interact with the Scion. You technically have infinite HP as long as you're picking up your little blobs. So I think we're just looking for... So we're not split pushing this game. We are team fighting. We are looking for brawlers, and now we are banning AD carries and supports that are great in 5v5s. Ashe has an AoE slow with the volley. Like everyone that gets hit just gets slowed. Alistar, fantastic engage potential, and honestly very annoying against Orianna teams because you can just knock the shockwave user away. And then the shockwave fizzles, and that's a lot of magic damage that goes out the window if the Orianna shockwave kind of just hits nothing. So, plus Alistar with his ultimate can technically just eat the shockwave. So we'll have to see. But Ashe is a champion also that's risen and banned. Tristana, a very aggressive early choice AD carry, which when you look at the team comp here for Forgotten, you know, they're kind of lacking a little bit of that early game mojo, Jojo. And so when you ban the Alistar, normally you have to ban the Rel, because if you ban the Alistar, you leave the Rel open, then that means you give Rel kind of like the cleanest matchup spread. Normally you pick Alistar into Rel, so you can't ban one without banning the other. If not, you're trading one for the other, and that's normally how things go. But let's see here what Dawn want to pick up for a member of their bot lane. Now let's see if AD carry... okay, so it's going to be support counter pick here for the side of Dawn. And I'm excited to see. It's game one. Remember, this is Heart Fearless. So all the engage options are still available. We have taken out Alistar and Rel out of the equation, but the Nautilus, the Blitzcrank, the Pike, the Rakan, Maybe even counter engage options like Renata Glass could be considered here. But let's see. It's gonna be Lucian, okay? And normally you pair Lucian with Nami or Melio and or Braum. There's two good skill shots here that you might want to block here with the Braum. But let's see if Braum is going to be the supportive choice here for Forgotten. Because really good against Sivir, especially in lane, and fantastic at just denying the Syndra ultimate. Because remember, the Syndra ultimate is an execute at 120 splinters, I believe. So you get a splinter every time you like do a combo on Syndra, cannon minion, or you level up, or takedowns. So it's gonna be the Sivir Lulu. So we're looking for a relatively safe bot lane here from the side of DME Dawn, and from the midst of it, it looks like Forgotten are gonna have a little bit of an edge when it comes to the mid game, but late game it's really gonna be who's gonna be able to land that crucial CC on these mid laners and these AD carries. Because the top side, there's not going to be a lot of damage. It's probably going to be double Sunfire Cape or double Hollow Radiance. This is game 1. We haven't even gone into champ select yet. So it's 0-0 right now. We haven't started yet. Yeah, well, so I sent Cusino. I sent Cusino a message, and then he told me it was 8:30, and then 40 minutes later he told me it was 9. So I had to remove the stream timer. So I do apologize for that, but hey, it's good to see the chat being nice and active. How you guys doing, Roshag and Raynars? It's weird to see you guys early on in the stream. Normally you guys come for like game 2 and such. Well, at least that's when you like type a message or something. But hey, did I forget to? Hell yeah. Hey, yo, it's my boy Aim Down. Wow, okay. The entirety of Exodia is here studying? That's crazy. Yo, where's my boy Tizan? Where's Spy at? Wait, actually, wait. I could just check. Where's Spy at? Spy is AFK. Alright. Alright, here we go. Swapping to the in-game. Oh shit! Karsiak with the shit talking. Oof. Hey, Karsiak, you should try and make finals next time before talking shit. But hey, banter is allowed. Oh shit, it's Spy. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. The throat goat of the bot lane has been summoned. Alright. Yo, my bad, Spy, my bad. I did not know your game. I did not know your game. So, yo, if AV, okay, hear me out, hear me out. If AV beat Exodia, Reynars has to use a skin in his following matches for the next week. Eh? Poor Reynars. It's gotta put the pride on the line, you know? The God mode 80k. So logo est quand même crazy. Yeah. If no. If Exodia loses, I will gift Reynars a skin so that he has to use it. Don't worry, I'll gift him a skin on a champion he plays. Don't worry. It won't be a skin that is too impactful for the visual acuity. But don't worry. Reynars is my boy. Booty bunny jump scare in like 3 minutes. I mean, Frosted Israel is fine. It'd be funny to see you use a skin, because, you know, that's the meme associated with your name. Is you're on the no skin gang, you know? Alright, let's close the, are you gonna use the, like the epic chroma that just came out? I mean, it's up to you guys. We know both of you guys are making playoffs. If either of you guys fail to make playoffs, like, bro, like, yo, we should sign a bet here, you know, like, goddamn. Cause that would be embarrassing if you guys fail to make playoffs. But I believe, you know? Battle. Oh God! Wow. Oh, that's yo Cassiac. That's so mean. Yo, c'est pas jouable ça, bro. Oh yeah, of course I know as well, bro. Like, oh, that's the only Ezreal skin I use. Oh. I have like Twink Ezreal, but I opened it randomly. Hey, Spy, I did turn off character voices once because someone was playing someone was playing Melio, and I swear to God, bro, all we heard was the fucking Yahoo! Yahoo! Damn, Stardust coming in at the defense of his best friend. Alright, so Booty Bunny jump scare in 30 seconds. If you are a virgin or a so-called normie, avert your eyes. Here we go. I will have to turn the sound back on because I play a lot of TFT, and honestly, my TFT arena makes annoying noises. It would be fun to see some gentleman Cho'Gath in some games. I see it banned quite often nowadays, but that's like on the academy side of things. So I don't know if it's like meta in Prestige. Here you go, Booty Bunny jump scare incoming. Oof! Look at that cake. Mmm, delicious, scrumptious. Oh, that's art. That's one of my favorite characters from Blue Archive, made by my favorite artist. It's I can send you I can send you the full res pic if you want afterwards. The only women I care about are 2D. I'll leave you guys the 3D women. You guys leave me the anime women. All right. I feel like that's a good deal. No, it's a great deal. I mean, I know of a lot of good Zac Dojins. I haven't seen much Scion Dojins, I'll be honest. Like, a Zac X Riven, you know, is a thing that's like known, but I haven't seen much like Scion Rule 34, I'll be honest.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn.
Alrighty, so we've got ourselves 4 teleports, double grasp in the top lane, double conk in the jungle, phase rush versus arcane common. So we're not going to see the first strike. We got lethal tempo versus PTA. Anime women complain less than 3D. Sounds like, yeah. Hell, sometimes they don't even talk. But you can program them to say things. We got the double heal in the bot lane. I'm surprised we're,
Minions have spawned.
yeah, Valix is playing Zac top. I was confused during the champion select as to why we are seeing a Zac, but hey, maybe it's like a nonchalant tank answer into the Scion, because normally Scion's picked as a neutralizer, but hey, if you pick something that scales for free against the Scion, I wouldn't say that's that bad of a thing. But I don't think I've ever seen grass. I personally don't think Zac top is still a thing, but hey, we'll see it tonight. Maybe it's something you guys have to learn to play against. So if not, it's just going to be a free pick for topside for like free scaling. Here we have Reskin versus a Psy, aka Legros Putin. I love it when the team sheet says one name and then the league thing says another thing. Yeah, Zac is always a thing. It's just and you've seen Urk Knight on Twitter. The man is always posting. Once that champion is dead content, the dude will deactivate his account more than likely. Yeah, it can't be understated that Zac's healing is really dumb. But here we are. We're seeing Dr. Caron use the Soul Furnace and the Grass Procs for trades. And Laforge and PP are trying to set up a little bit of a freeze. The Unbreakable comes out, and Laforge is going to take about 150 damage. But Pew Pew looking to maintain a little bit of priority here in the bot lane. And things seem to be pretty even. It does feel like Trixui is a little bit faster when it comes to the clearing. So he'll have a minute lead in terms of clear speed. Has already aggroed his Krug, so he should be the first to report onto just a report for the Scuttle Crab. Now Laforge looking for a Winter's Bite. But so far it is a decent CS lead here in the bottom already for Pew Pew. As we were expecting, and Valix here might be in a bit of trouble. Has the heal coming out, but might proc into the passive. And, ooh, okay, the Roar of the Slayer is going to be enough. Is Dr. Caron going to try and go for a kill here? Oh, and is it enough? Oh, the flash for Flash Roar of the Slayer. Not going to be enough, but the passive gone on Zac is pretty big. Also, do note, for champions that have a revive ability, you'll see the icon on their level frame to be a little bit different when their passives are up. So take a sneak peek at that whenever 5 minutes are up, and we'll check it out, because that's something I was informed of recently. Laforge and Pew Pew still working with advantage. Yeah, I'm casting TDN versus Adrien Vincent Saturday night. For whoever's interested. If ever you're interested in seeing what broadcasts I have coming ahead in the live section on my YouTube channel, you can see all the scheduled all the scheduled streams. I do make a YouTube post if ever a stream gets delayed or canceled. Okay, and now Yasuo gonna be taken low. The flash, the heal coming in, and Alaforge is gonna be taken very low. Pew Pew is also, he's out of mana, but we've got the Winter's Bite, and it's gonna be, we're gonna get the stun, and the stand behind me. The barrier comes in. Pew Pew now getting low, and Leos is here, and he's gonna be able to get a double kill. Now Tixui tries to answer, but it's a buffless versus buff jungle matchup. And I mean, I think Tixui takes it here. Ooh, maybe not actually. But here Reskin comes in, and he's gonna miss the Q. And is it gonna be enough? Ooh, okay. The snipe over the wall from Sai to guarantee the feats. But that's 2 kills over to Bleos. Unfortunately, Pew Pew wasn't able to finish off Yasuo. And Valak's just trying to survive here. The early part for Zac, once he hits level 6, he just starts doing much better, almost infinitely, because his passive scales with his ultimate, and his ultimate is pretty damn OP. Okay, Reskin has hit level 6, and now we might see a Shockwave combo here. No, just a trade here between Reskin and Sai. Yeah, it is a pretty quiet early game. You know, 5 kills at 6 minutes. It's not China. China. You know, the LPL. Crazy is our game. Yeah, to be fair, it is a very, sort of say, boring composition. We are getting very Resident Sleeper comps, but hey, you know, it's game 1. You know, game 1 is meant for this. Actually, we're gonna do something. Okay. In post, I'll swap my my camera over to the directed camera box. All right, and here we're still maintaining a 2+ wave lead here for Pew Pew on Bleos. But Bleos with the kills, has mentioned, has been able to keep up in terms of his gold advantage. We're seeing here that Sai has been able to build up a little bit of a gold lead in the mid lane. About a wave up right now. Looks like Reskin is going to look to take his back to finish his lost chapter. Unless he's looking to get the extra blue buff. No, there is no extra blue buff yet, but we are rotating. Grubs are spawning here, so Reskin is going to get some vision, and Krovos is going to see it. Now, Sai going to be stuck, caught here in the shockwave, has the flash, but is it going to be enough? We flash over the wall, and Falch is not going to be able to secure the kill here on Sai. Really nice flash to get over. But that does mean we have priority. We have priority here for Forgotten, and Valix is here against Pew Pew. So the first grub here goes down to Trixui. The Moonfall's gonna be enough. Krovos goes down. The Unbreakable stops the bouncing boomerang. Here we're gonna try and get a stun in from Sai, but it's not gonna matter enough. And that's going to be 3-0 in Grubs with a kill. Krovos struggling a little bit in this game. The Leandri is almost finished here for Diana. Going to be a really big boon in power that we're going to be able to get. And we see both top laners looking to get that Sunfire Cape more than likely built up. Hey, I mean, Karsiak, you could always have the Nute treatment where they ban like 15 champions across 3 games. And Pew Pew here now working towards his Essence Reaver. And is freely laning against the Zac. So you see, the Zac has the little wings with the halo above his head because he has the revive from his passive available. So if ever you notice that, you see it on champions like Orianna and other champions. that have that kind of passive slash ability. Well, I mean, it's Braum versus Lulu, bro. It's not, you know, it's not Rakan versus Nautilus. But here, Tixui gonna find a nice moonfall here. And now Yasuo might be in danger. Tixui gonna find a third kill here. But Krovos is trying to make his way in. Tixui has the red buff. The flash was invested onto Blios. But Blios held both the barrier and... held both the barrier and the flash. So... Thinks we're gonna look to get started here on the dragon. Now Dr. Caro and Valix just, you know, just smacking each other. Alright, looks like the dragon was interrupted by Trixor was interrupted on the dragon. Oh, okay, and Valix here, gonna be forced away once again. Now, Krovos, Blios, and Yasuo have priority here to start. Priority here to start this dragon. It's gonna be 1-1 in objectives. And they had already taken the feats of warfare by securing the 3 kills in that early game. And now we have the Navori, we have the Essence Reaver finish here for Pew Pew. But not for Blios. I imagine Blios has the combined cost for it, so he's going to look to take a recall and finish his Essence Reaver. Now Reskin going to try and get a turret plate here on Sai, but Sai's going to land a nice stun. Turret shot going to come in, and now Reskin might be in a bit of danger, forced to flash out. Valix going to be able to claim a turret plate of his own, and now Zach here, Valix might have to be forced to flash away from the moonfall. But Alistair was banned, so yeah. First item coming through, and we see that Diana is up a couple of camps over Krovos. Definitely those skills definitely do help. And we're going to be 2 turret plates up in the bot lane to 0. So we'll see here. Ooh, we're trying to get a Winter's Bite landing. But instead, we're going to be met by a Boomerang Blade. And so now it's the Luden's Blicky versus the Archangel Staff. Okay, Pew Pew getting run down here by Blios, forced to use a Relentless Pursuit defensively as Laforge was placing a ward in the Tri-Brush. And now here we go back to farming. We see Zach is the first Sunfire Cape enthusiast. And it is going to be, it looks like it is going to be Hollow Radiance for Sion. The weird Unbreakable, but here, okay, we get the knockup, and now Blios might be in a bit of danger. But there's just not enough damage. The flash on the hunt from Blios and the Wild Growth able to keep him safe. But Trixoy is here. We'll have the Moonfall momentarily. So it is something that Blios has to respect. This Diana is really fed for this portion of the game. And now, yeah, Valix and Dr. Caron just, you know, just trading grass procs at this point of the game. And bonk. More bonk. And it looks like Dr. Caron is taking positive trades here. And it's going to be the feats of strength completed here. Oh, sorry. It's going to be the feat of turret demolition taken by Forgotten, but Dawn had already secured the feats of warfare. So now it's the feats of monster slaying that we're going to be fighting for 1-1 in objectives. And Krovos looking for a cyclone play. Dr. Caron getting a little low. The moonfall's coming in, but Trixoy does some damage. Is he going to have enough damage? And Krovos able to claim a double kill instead. So a play that goes awry in the top lane here for the side of Forgotten. The Hollow Radiance now finished. We're at the 1 item mark for everyone besides Lulu, and Krovos should have the combined cost for here for his Triforce. I'm surprised to not see the Sundered Sky on Wukong, and we're taking more of like the slow burst approach instead of the sustain route. Sai is going to do quite a decent amount of damage here to Laforge, taking a 50% as the Herald has spun. Priority over to the side of Dawn. And well, it looks like Pixoy is just more interested in doing some farming in these jungle camps than contesting the Rift Herald. And now Blios here forced to use the barrier, the Wild Growth, and the On the Hunt once again as Pew Pew is putting out so much damage. The jungle for AV is well, Alright, here we are looking to contest this blue buff. It is going to be stolen away by Forgotten. The Elastic Slingshot going to be cancelled. We do not have the Cyclone yet, but Yasuo and Valix might be walking into a bit of trouble here. And now Valix able to just slingshot away. Laforge might be in a bit of danger, but here comes Dr. Caron with a beautiful Moonfall followed by Reskin Shockwave, and now Trixoy is looking to get Blios, and that's gonna be Pew Pew slaying. Blios and Sai with Reskin being able to take care of Valix. That is a 4-4-0 at the end of the day, and it is gonna be this Cloud Dragon going over to DME Forgotten. And Pew Pew looking fantastic in this game already with an almost 2,000 gold lead in the AD carry position. And the Sivir, you know, is the scaling pick, is gonna look good later. But right now the macro from the side of Forgotten just seems to be superior. Definitely the team fight wombo combo that this team comp can have has just felt so much more nasty. We haven't seen like Zac Slingshot Cyclone combo, and I believe Dawn are looking more for a bit of like a front to back style team fight with the with the Sivir later on, but yeah, right now we now have 2 items here on the Diana, 2 items here on the Lucian, so we're really powerful for this upcoming Otacon fight in 1:40. So we'll see here. Unending Despair gonna be the next item versus the Spirit Visage for Zac. So we'll see who gets there first. And it looks like Reskin is also joining the Leandri's hype train just to get consecutive good damage here onto Valix's face. Because a Zac not dealing versus Burn, well, it's a little bit unfortunate. He kind of becomes invincible. We're looking to siege this bot inner that's already at 50%. We got triple grubs. Tixui here has the ultimate, and now we're going to already be clearing the wave. But Sai, very good at clearing the wave with Syndra here. So the siege efforts are going to be turned off. And Blios and Yasuo managed to get a good push here in the mid lane. So a bit of CS is going to be lost in that mid lane to the turret. But Reskin might be getting doved here. So it has to be a little bit careful. But I mean, it is a level 13 Orianna. But that is going to be a turret going down here for Dawn. And Blios Blios is going to make a little bit of money off that transaction. And here you can see the almost complete vision control in the blue side jungle of DME Dawn. Forgotten have installed themselves, set multiple tents, and they are just looking for picks. Reskin is teleport, so he's just chilling with the wave clearing in the top side. And now, yeah, Valix and Lefals are just smacking each other. Just, you know, it's friend hugs, you know. Nothing too serious. Falch is gonna absorb the force of will here. And, ooh, okay, Yasuo here forced the flash heal away. Big cooldowns used. Le gars est allé chercher des jardins trade. Okay, here we are. We're dropping the Herald in the mid lane. Looking for maybe a fight angle. But it looks like Krovos is just going to use the Herald to get away. But that was the on the hunt that was committed. A flash. Scion ulti coming in, but Valix is doing so much damage. Pew Pew is going to be taken down, and Dr. Caro, while he's buying space, doesn't really have that much damage. The Shockwave Moonfall combo. Krovos is just too tanky for this point of the game with the Wukong passive, but he's going to go down to the Syndra ultimate. Dr. Caro trying to get a kill, but Zac, every time he uses an ability, he goes to Glub Glub, he goes to Suck Suck, and it's going to be enough. Side's going to be able to guarantee that the Polymorph going to be able to save Valix from Dr. Caro's zombie form. And now we have priority on the Otacon. Both junglers are dead, but Zac is fantastic at tanking objectives that do not do % health damage. So this should be going over to the side of DME Dawn, which will mean that the feats of strengths are given over. Fortunately, Pew Pew didn't have much peel, got caught with his pants down by Valix and Krovos, and with the feats of strengths, it means you gotta try. Ooh. Leos almost got window shopping, but unfortunately, quarter-second recall was not interrupted here by Pew Pew. And we are now reaching the 2.5 item marks for both 80 carries here. Shadow Flame now picked up Sundered Sky, Abyssal Mask, and now we are fighting. We are just taking this Infernal Dragon here on the side of Forgotten, as everyone had recalled from the side of Dawn. And now we are looking, ooh, okay, Bleos maybe in a bit of danger, but Pew Pew did not have the proper angle here for the culling, so could not finish Bleos off. Bleos had flash, but that is, again, the on the hunt being used, traded for the culling, as it is often used. And now Dr. Caron just passively getting them farm stacks and stuff. And I see we're talking about like Yunara support, LeBlanc support in the chat. I guess Napoleon must have infected some people. And we've reached the 2 item mark here for the carries and tanks. Now let's see what the third items are gonna be. And Pixie is still maintaining a decent farm lead, but that last team fight went a bit poor here for the side of Forgotten. So it allowed Krovos to catch up, and now he's got the upgraded MR boots. So the Orianna and Diana are going to do a lot less damage to him. We're looking to take a recall in the bot lane by Valix. We're going to match the Scion in the top lane once again, and then we're going to rotate. Oh no, okay, looks like we're sending Psy up to the top lane, and we're sending back Valix into the bot lane. Another pair of Chainless Thrashers has been picked up, but it looks like the Bloodletter's Curse is gonna be the next item here that we're looking to pick up from the side of Zac. The MR Shred really gonna help Syndra do a lot of damage in these team fights. It also gives Zac technically an insane damage boost because of all the % health damage he does. Am I out of water? Ooh, my throat's more dry than the Sahara. So give me a second while we wait for this weird little pause delay thing. I'm gonna run to the kitchen and get a Wawa. The delay has a pause. We're fighting over a wave priority. It's Reskin versus Valix. All right, and yeah, we've got Baron coming up here in 5 seconds. The Baron has just spawned. Now we have the infinite Tsukuyomi build finished by Pew Pew. Infinite cooldowns, infinite mana. So he is looking to unload on these filthy criminals as much as he can. The Seeker's Arm Guard picked up here by Chixui, as he is the main engage option for this team when Dr. Caron is keeping the front line busy. And now we are probably expecting a Mortal Reminder from the side of Lucian, just because Zac, Wukong, a little bit annoying with all that healing that's coming out. So a little bit of anti-heal goes a long way. And we're going Titanic here as the third item for Dr. Caron. I do respect a tiny bit of damage, you know, able to do some chunky wonkies. And so far, it's just a farm festival. We're at 25 minutes, and there are 7 players with 200 plus CS. And we have Pew Pew, who is chovying at 10.1 CS a minute. And now, Yasuo gonna get turned into some frozen fried chicken. Krovos in danger now. Pew Pew is going to town. That's the triple kill. He's looking for the quadra. But Sai's gonna flash away. A bullet to the back of your head. And Pew Pew says he'll see you in the morning. Goddamn, man, what are these delays? Come on, Riot. Riot. Okay, while we wait for that, I'm gonna move my camera over here. I mean, that's gonna be a bit better. Yeah. Pew Pew took the guns out. He went bam, 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 boom, bam, beam, 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 bam. And that was that. I mean, Pew Pew is a challenger AD carry, so he's, I mean, Galciac, by that logic, you shouldn't be allowed to play in the league either. Right? But hey, you know, sometimes it adds the spice of life to have, we're just gonna relock. Booty Buddy jump scare! The artist's handle is in the bottom right, by the way. Roshak, if you want to look her up on Twitter. She has fantastic artwork. Oh, yeah, my bad. Sorry. Top laners do not get 30+% of resources. So we missed them taking the Baron. Sorry. The game had a bit of an issue, so we reloaded. But it looks like after that winning team fight, we went to go do Baron. Sivinka? I don't know who Sivinka is. Alright. It is Infernal Soul Point here for the side. We've got the Scion ultimate. We're going wow! And it looks like it's gonna be taken here by the side of Dawn, but a nice combo. We're starting. The clone is gonna absorb a lot of damage, but Valix already in the passive, gonna be slain by Pew Pew. Double kill. The Monkey King goes down because you're a man with guns when you've got bullets. And a nice flash to cancel the animation. And Trixui here gonna go in, but gonna get assassinated by Sai. However, Pew Pew's got guns, and he wants to murder people. Dr. Caro shoves an axe into the head of Leos to get that ace. It's a 5-for-1 here for the side of Forgotten. That's at least the inhib, but 30-second death timers on both Blios and Sai. I don't know if they're going to be able to defend. And the culling is already 2/3 off cooldown. So we're going to just take the mid inhib. We're going to take the bot inner. We're going to look to take the top inner. And overall, this Baron power play, we're already at 10,000 plus gold in the gold lead. So things are looking fantastic for the side of Forgotten. And Pew Pew gonna use his bullets to better use than school shootings. Titanic finished up. We now have the LDR on the Lucian. Even have 2 items on the Braum. So we're kind of rich here when it comes... we're kind of rich here when it comes to having them fat stacks. Gonna be building what is likely gonna be either a Guardian Angel or a Bloodthirster here for Pew Pew as his final item. May even choose to sell the boots to buy like a cooldown movement speed item later on. Who knows? But we'll have to find out. I don't think the game's gonna last much longer. The next team fight probably gonna decide the game. And if Pew Pew's alive by the end of the team fight, the Nexus is probably gonna go Yamada Kurasai Onichan before it explodes. So we've got nothing to do for the next 2 minutes. So it's a lot of turtle wave clearing. And it's probably going to be a siege here in the bot lane while we pressure while someone pressures in the mid lane. So Zonia's picked up, Void Staff picked up, GA finished, so the full build has been achieved. And Pew Pew is still chovying at 10 plus CS a minute. The only person in the game to be chovying right now. But hey, he's putting in a wonderful performance. And Sai looking to get some Dark Spheres up. They have to attempt something. And so here we start the siege of the bot lane. And Valix gonna be gunned down, already taking the 50%, but Pew Pew still very healthy. A couple of bullets to the skull, and nothing is stopping this Lucian. The shockwave is gonna go wide, but now the polymorph comes in. That's a double for both Kitsui and Pew Pew, and there's no flash available, and Sai has to flash away. That's gonna be game 1 here. Going over to Pew Pew. Wow, that combo doing so much damage. Game 1 goes over to DME Forgotten. Booty Bunny jump scare incoming. Here we are. Let's get the second draft loaded. This. So that was a pretty convincing win from Forgotten. I mean, Pew Pew kind of just went to town, and he showed you why Americans have, what is it, the First Amendment, you know, the right to bear arms. He locked and loaded. Bam, 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 bam. He treated it like it was a gun range, because, baby, everyone was target practice. What I unlock? More icons? Jesus Christ. Hey, the players are being invited to the lobby. Won't be too long. So here we have Dawn on blue, Forgotten on red here for game number 2. So will Pew Pew be able to play with such priority here in game number 2? We saw the Lucian picked up, and honestly, it looked clean. Lucian Braum, and we got the combos. Yasuo was forced to flash away multiple times early on in the lane. And yeah, from then on, the gold lead just skyrocketed in favor of that bot lane. Dr. Caron did a pretty good job managing Valix. And Trixui kind of had Kravos' number outside for that one team fight where Pew Pew got caught like really early. Things just looked fantastic for the side of Forgotten. Alright, we should be starting the draft fairly soon. Well, Pew Pew may be having some issues joining the lobby, so while we attempt to fix that, I don't know if the ready check. We have the ready check here from Don. We're just waiting on the ready check for Forgotten. And then once we have that, we'll be able to get started. Reminder, if you like what you are watching, smash that like button and make sure to hit that subscribe button. Something important as we make our way to 1,000 subs on the YouTubes. Ambessa, Emilio going to be banned again, respectively, from both teams. Let's see if the bans change here from games 1 to games 2. But so far, things look the same. Ooh, the Gnar, a new addition to the bans here, trying to deny a little bit of Dr. Caron's champion pool. Maybe trying to get a good pick here for Don. And yeah, Pew Pew, who has the smolder icon, is getting a smolder taken away. Kind of crazy. But hey. Let's see here what Don wants to pick up. So the Jinx ban was dropped in favor of the Gnar ban. So it is gonna be Blios picking up the Jinx for himself. Let's see if we do what kind of support we're gonna have, because Lulu was picked with the Sivir last game, so we do not have the Jinx Lulu composition. Ooh, Pew Pew saw the pentakill clip from FCC, and he's like, hold on, hold my beer, let me get you a better clip, broski. And the Kog'Maw has been locked in, but the Lulu and the Braum, two of the common pairs, even the Melio, are not available here. So, excuse me? What? It's a Zed? Hey, yo, okay. Now, this could be a flex pick. We've seen a lot of Zed jungle, but normally when Zed is picked in solo queue, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong for you good players in the chat, because, you know, I'm just a shitload TFT player. What do I know, right? I believe Zed is normally locked in mid lane when he's locked in solo queue, but in pro play, he's seen a surge of play in the jungle. So Aurora Cassandra going to be the answer here from Don. So we've got some pretty powerful champions here from the side of Don. Just going through the tier list, clicking OP, clicking lock in. Ooh, the Gregusi has been locked in for the side of Forgotten. Now, who's it gonna go to? That's the real question. Where's that Gregusi going? Because, you know, on one side you got Super Tier List Turbo, and on the other side you got Hell Yeah Spicy Picks Turbo. So let's see what Forgotten are looking to ban here. Maybe more bans aimed at the support. Yep, so we're going to ban the Rel, forcing the Alistar ban. If not, we just get the free Alistar pick. And the guaranteed lockdown here on the Jinx, kind of something that Dawn doesn't want to have to deal with. We'll see. Maybe there's the matter of like a Renata here for the side of Forgotten. That does pair very well with the Kog'Maw's attack speed based scaling. So we'll have to see. The Nami taking off the field. Another champion that does kind of well here with the Kog'Maw's and the Twitch. Karma taking off the tables, so we're kind of out of enchanters besides Renata, at least common enchanters from what I know. We still have Seraphine and Sona, the e-girl queens, but it's been a while since people have busted them out. Final ban here for Dawn. What are we thinking? Because, I mean, if you don't ban the Alistar, it's just going to get picked. And then the Rakan, the Nautilus, they all have like a kind of negative Moo Cow matchup. So we'll see here. It is going to be Nautilus that's going to be banned away. So I think Forgotten here are just happy slamming down the Alistar. Or if you really want, you can grab the Rakan, but then you'll have to play Rakan into Alistar, and that's not very fun. But we could also see the likes of Bard, you know, and like see like an aggressive kill style lane, because Kog'Maw does a lot of deceptively unbeknownst damage. You know, his skill shots kind of always hit, and the lower your health, the more damage his ult does. Oh, we are just slamming the Vex here into the Aurora. So we are looking comfortable. The Chovy pick has come to play. And Reskin is like, hold my beer, brother. Hold my goddamn beer. We're going out Genji style with a quick 2-0. All right. Ooh, the Kindred here for the jungle pick. So with the Vex lock-in, it does mean that this is Zed jungle. Unless it could be like, I don't think it would be Zed top against Cassante. I like Zed looks at Cassante presses W, and then Cassante laughs and walks away. But we're working with a little bit of a circle composition. The Aurora Kindred, are we gonna get more circles to go with the circle comp? Because we already have our solo laner, so now it's gonna be the Moo Cow himself, Mr. Alistar. I feel like we could have just taken the Alistar unless Forgotten already had an answer for it. We may just see the Renata as an answer here to this Kindred Jinx, because you know, attack speed carries, blowing their team up wouldn't be that bad of a thing. So we'll see if that's what we end up getting. Nope, it's gonna be the Poppy here. Okay. Okay, I mean, there's a decent amount of jumps here from the side of Dawn, so I can see the Poppy being justified to be picked here in this game too by Forgotten. Pew Pew and Laforge played really, really, really well in game one. So we'll see here if Blios and Yasuo are able to redeem themselves for game number 2. Let's find out. Oh. Well, looks like Blios is having connection issues, so I think he has relogged and will be relogging, and then we'll be able to get into the game, ladies and gentlemen. So this is your friendly reminder that we have about 5 minutes before we get into the action. So if you need a drink, a snack, or a pee break, be sure to take one right away. Other than that, if you like what you're watching, make sure to smash that subscribe button. And if you enjoy watching my casts, make sure you hit that like button. It's important for me. It gives me a little bit of validation that you guys like me. And honestly, we have a fantastic turnout tonight. So I'm really, really happy to see a decent amount of people showing up. So I'm not opposed to bigger live streams, but hey, this is kind of new for me. But it's surprising to see more people show up for a prestige match than an academy match. But hey, I guess prestige, there's more on the line, you know. Yeah. Now you should have seen the game 1 team come. It was full resident sleeper mode. And now game 2, it's full. Yo, I'm like eating Indian spicy food, bro. Yeah, if the comps are exciting to watch, that's fantastic. I mean, just watching Pew Pew go to town with guns was kind of cool, to be honest. And here we go, about to start the champion select. Alright, Booty Bunny jump scare in like 4 minutes, so you have been warned. Yeah, writing is hard, as an I don't blame you. If you think solo queue is bad for your mental, try playing TFT in the current bugged format. Yeah, Don does have a better draft on paper, but from what we saw, Forgotten has, you know, kind of. Yeah, they've done Don in with a clear macro and micro advantage. So we'll see here if Don can have a little bit of a redemption game, because it was a bit of a stomp, you know. Forgotten just went to town on Blios, and Blios never really had much time to shine outside of that early first team fight we had. Nice. I mean, Zephy, we're seeing Vex plus Aurora in the mid lane, and Kindred versus Zed jungle. Like, can you ask for more? Like, we're okay. Top is boring, and then bot lane is just hyper carry with engage, right? But I think the jungle mid 2v2s are gonna be pretty fucking fantastic. They're gonna be pretty bloody as they were last game. At least in my opinion, I feel like the mid jungle is gonna be the most exciting thing to watch, unless Pew Pew gets a pentakill. Oh yeah, Ori versus Victor is so boring, bro. Or like Talia versus Azir, bro. The worst part is seeing people play Viger into a pick that already does nothing, you know? It's just, oh, I love it for pro play, but for viewers' entertainment, bro, it is. I mean, you can only realistically pick Vex versus dash-based champions, though, right? Like the Ari, the Aurora. You can't pick it. You can't pick Vex versus the likes of like Victor or Oriana and stuff, right? Because you know you kind of have to justify the use of Doom and Gloom. At least from an on paper perspective, I don't know if like the laning is just like abhorrent versus Vex, but and it kind of reminds me of when people use this like slam LeBlanc when they see a boring pick in the mid lane, you know, they just slam LeBlanc. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna abuse you. Those were fun days. So Booty Buddy jump scare in 2 minutes and 40 seconds. If you are virgin, avert your eyes. I feel, in terms of top lane tanks, I feel like Gragas has been a lot less boring than the typical Ornn, Scion. Yeah, you don't really see that many tanks in the top lane. I mean, outside of Ornn, Scion, and Cassante. So, Gragas being a nice 4th edition, he has the option to build a bit of damage. He lines up for some cool combos and stuff. So, I feel like it's not that bad. Man, I'm tired. I've been sleeping a lot lately. But, hey, I mean, sleep is good. Allows me to rest my throat. So, I'm only really online when I'm casting, and then I watch like an hour or two of like either Pokemon or D&D playthroughs by AI presidents, and then like I go back to bed. I do have to do my magic dailies today, though. So, once we're done the cast, that's probably what I'm going to be doing. They announced, for those that play Magic in Lore and Eclipse, we're getting the other set of shocks, and they're going to be two-sided with the Lorwyn and Shadowmoor illustrations. So that's like pretty fucking cool. I'm super, super, super excited about that. Yeah, I know. I'm nerdy. I speak about nerdy shit. I cannot show that on screen. It would be very wrong. I also have too many hours in that game. Alright. Crack the knuckles as we get ready to get into the game. Get the nice stretchy stretch, Oh, I can feel the bones going. I'm like a Transformers, Transformers to deceive the eyes. Alright, here we go. Booty Bunny jump scare incoming. Look at that ass, baby. Delicious cake. Alright, here we go. Getting into the game. Do we have some sexy ass skins? Let's find out if we have some sexy ass skins. We got ourselves, Gragas Esquire, Galaxy Slayer, Zed, Deep Sea Kog'Maw, Noxus Poppy, Star Guardian Jinx. Man. These prestige loading screens are like really fast, and that's kind of cool. Alright. We've got, what is this? Heartsteel Cassante. Is that Arcana Aurora? I hear that skin looks fucking wonderful.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Alright, we got ourselves double Scorch Claw up. No grasp here for Ductile Caron, so it is the phase rush, so looking to get in and get out real fast. Double Electrocute in the mid lane versus double Lethal Tempo in the bot lane, double After Shock. Hey, yo, we've got Magic Summoners for the bot side of the map. Except Pew Pew has decided to take Ghost because he ran Blios out of town last game on Lucian, and he's gonna do it again. Can Blios and Yasuo mount a defense that is worth protecting? Yeah. Reynars is a Faker fanboy. He hates things that change the visual fluidity of his animations. And that's Ductile Caron with the first blood in the top lane, just, slapping Cassante with a bottle of booze. Man, when they made Aurora, they knew what they were doing. Oh, Laforge going in very early. Level 1 Alistar, not known to be very strong. And Kog'Maw turns on the... No, I mean, you can be a fan of Faker without liking T1. Dude, I'm a fan of Nongshim, but I know they suck. And we're already seeing We're already seeing a pretty big freeze being set up. Pew Pew gonna hit the level 2, gonna start puking on Blios and Yasuo's face, and he goes to blah, 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 blah. Alright. There is nothing worse in the bot lane than Korean Kog'Maw, man. The throat. Nongshim Red Force, because I'm a really big fan of Lahens. And Kingen. The noodle company, Nongshim. Alright, a nice trade here by Sai onto Reskin. The Doom is gonna proc, no Gloom though, and Dr. Caron already out of mana. Then a Tofo comes out, he's gonna do a bit of damage. But Pew Pew really managing a proper freeze, establishing a master. Laforge gonna block, so the cannon gets denied. The zap hits Laforge instead. Wow, that's insane. That's next level mind games. And here, Kazante is just abusing Dr. Caron, which is the fact that, you know, less egregious mana costs in the early game. So he really kind of just gets to stack the grasp as often as he wants. The freeze was almost broken from the side of Dawn, but they weren't able to push through. It looks like they are going to be able to push through. Sai is going to take a turret shot. But he is up 2 waves here. And Pew Pew up about the same. So the CS difference in the bot and mid is about reflected. And the biggest problem with Kog'Maw is, you know, you kind of have to try to shit on him early because this champion becomes obscenely, stupidly strong. As we scale into the game. Yes, Jinx is like one of the Pentakill queens and super carries of the game, but there's no better tank destroyer than Kog'Maw, because his W does upwards of 10% max health magic damage on hit when his eyes are glowing. So that's when you see the little purple hue on the Kog'Maw, the little scary ass rocktail fish skin that he has. Yeah, Jinx Alistar are giving way too much respect. But, I mean, Yasuo took Exhaust. So there's no Ignite. There's no real kill threat. But they're playing really scared. And here, Laforge going in with a flash. Knock-up. Leo's gonna be in danger. That's first blood over to Pew Pew. And, yeah, that might be the lane already convinced. We're gonna throw out the Void Ooze. And Yasuo in trouble, but has his flash. And that's just gonna be another kill. We do give up a little bit of CS in the bot lane. But, I mean, an early kill on this Zed jungle, an early kill on Kog'Maw. And Kog'Maw having a CS advantage. There's not much more you could ask for. So here we see Dr. Caron has taken a tier... A tier Sapphire Crystal recall. And Valix is just chilling, man. Ikasante takes so little damage from this Gragas, especially the fact that he bought a Negatron Cloak, that he can just keep a freeze going and maintain a CS lead. Now Kog'Maw gonna make it back to the lane and not having taken any of the CS that's been lost. But Blios only really got back to lane with a Cull and Boots 1, so he's not going to be very happy about that purchase. And the Kog'Maw gets better and better every level that he gets. And let's just look at how much damage the Heroic Presence here from Poppy going to do fantastically, stunning Alistar into the wall. And now we got to pick up the shield, but Laforge not going to be able to see the shield, and that's going to be a reset here for Blios. But Trixui is here, has the ultimate. And now, ooh, a nice flash into the wall. Pew Pew gonna outplay Blios. And then Trixui decides to get a mech double. It's not about kill pressure, they just let him freeze for fun. Well, I mean, Krovos is just looking for, Oh, Krovos might be in danger here. Oh, the exploding cast to cancel the bunny hop over the wall. Dr. Caron probably playing the play of the game because now Krovos is so far behind. Sure, he stole a buff, but now he's about to lose his entire top side. And we've rotated Blios in the top lane because, well, you can't really play against this Kog'Maw, who's so far ahead. Lafarge here looking to burn. And that's Blios dead again. And there's nothing Blios can really do. I mean, he's playing the Jinx, and he doesn't have any peel. He's also summonerless, so it means he's gonna get used and abused. Like the bowling pins in a bowling alley when a turkey bowler shows up. And you can see whenever Kog'Maw's eyes glow purple, Cassante screams in terror because it is just so much damage. Reskin, the only one having a bit of trouble in his lane. Everyone else kind of just taking a dookie shed shit all over. Okay, the Pathmaker coming in. Then the Tofu 3 going to be dodged out by Pew Pew. And here we go. Now Pew Pew has to be able to survive the all-in, but the Pathmaker going to be enough. That's a shutdown by Valex onto Pew Pew. And unfortunately, man with swords equal better than man with acidic vomit. Unfortunately. Let's check in. It looks like Kindred does not have her stacks fully stacked yet. Okay, the Yasuo hex flashing over the wall to find Reskin, and Reskin's starting to struggle about 30 plus CSD. But here comes Tixui, who's pretty strong, and Yasuo is Lavos is gonna take the kill. Unfortunately, Tixui doesn't get to take the kill here. But Jaxel Caron is pretty strong for this part of the game. He's got a lot of innate sustain, so okay. Cassandre has rotated to try and help with the Scuttle Crab because it is the mark, but I think at this point we're just much stronger on the side of oh, and the 3 grubs already went over to Tixui. Remember, Zed's passive does not have a cooldown if it's hitting monsters, which normally it has a passive when hitting champions, but on monsters it doesn't have a passive, so that's why Zed Jungle does so much monster damage. Oh, Bleo's already taken the 30%, has the barrier available for him, but that should be the plate going down here. Okay, and now Sage is continuing to try to abuse Reskin as much as he can. Almost has the Luden's Blicky early on. I think BFT is going to be the item of choice here for the Vex. Does need a way to get some wave clear. The plate already having come down. Now we're working on the second plate already. And the Heroic Presence is going to stop the Headbutt Pulverize. Nefel's gonna get tagged by the Zap, but here comes Tixui once again, and Yasuo is already at half-life. We have the Unbreakable Will, but spotted on a ward. And now Krovos and Sai are trying to maybe make a rotation, but if they don't come in time, that's gonna be 2 plates now down. And Vex is trying to rotate in time. But Bleos is starting to bleed out in terms of money in this bot lane. Down about 2 waves. And down about 2 waves. Down in tempo, down in money. And Tixui back here once again. Yasuo is at like 30% HP. So you do have to be careful. It is a 4. It is a 4v3 though. And does Pew Pew have enough damage? Oh, Lafarge gonna get tagged up, and Yasuo gonna get taken down by Pew Pew, but that's a double kill. Ooh. Okay.
Here, not yet.
Okay. And that's Tsui on a killing spree. Fantastic play to avoid the Lamb's respite. And yeah, things are just not going great here for the side of DME Dawn. And Blios does pick up a double kill, but looking at the money, still down about 500 gold, and just XP wise, down in tempo. Now the teleport has been invested here by Sai. And Lafarge doing a little bit of an oopsie in the last team fight. So Kog'Maw does go down to an extended Jinx auto attack. But yeah, this Zed being 304 is very, very scary for the start of this mid game. And this Aurora does a lot of damage. So Pew Pew does have to show a little bit of respect. Doesn't have the items he wants yet to be able to deal with mages. Probably won't ever if this Aurora keeps getting fed. But it's an almost 40 CS lead here in the mid lane. So that's a lot of money. But Pew Pew is scaling pretty comfortably. Okay, Blios here now has made it to the mid lane. As Sai is going to be the one rotating over to Vex. That turret is almost dead. And turret plating has fallen, so we'll see exactly how low the turret is if we pan to Sai momentarily. And we're just right now, we're doing the dragon dance by farming the mid lane. Tocaron has his Rod of Ages, and now gonna work towards his Fimbulwinter. Now we're looking for Dragon Prio, but oh, Pew Pew doing so much damage here on the Kog'Maw. And it's gonna be Trixoy starting up the objective here. There is vision in the pit, but I don't know if Krovos wants to gonna contest. He is up in XP, up about almost 5 camps. But that's gonna be a clear objective contest. And that's the feats of strengths going over. Okay, and Valix is he's running low on mana. Now Sai forced to use the between worlds because Trixui found him. And now we just see two top laners. They're butting heads. Grass procs being traded, mana being spilt, alcohol being put on the floor. Though Krovos has been able to take the Rift Herald, so that is a good thing for him. Oh, Lafarge gonna get his recall interrupted, and could be in a bit of trouble. But here comes the spoon-fed Kog'Maw with the Nos button, and now Blios in danger. And that's gonna be the boom boom explosions coming out. Lafarge gonna flash over to make sure that there is no Lamb's Respite or Blast Cone coming out. And that is a 3-for-0 because they tried to find a pick on Lafarge. And keep in mind, supports don't have a completed item. It doesn't really matter. They have the Celestial Opposition, so it means they're technically deceptively tanky. And the lower Poppy, if Poppy gets below, I believe, 40% health, she gets triple the resists on her W. So, yeah, Poppy's a hard champion to kill when you don't really have much damage, just saying. So, if ever you want to try this in solo queue, you know, just make sure you're running a champion that has got that big damage. The Koenig Rooker already finished here for Valix. There is a lot of magic damage that he has to mitigate through, especially with the Kog'Maw. The Ginsu's halfway through completion, and we are going back to farming in that mid lane. It is a Cloud Soul this game, so not fantastic here for the side of Forgotten. More along the sides useful for the side of Dawn, but Now let's see if we get to the point where we have the Dragon Soul. Now Dr. Galon is quick to proc that phase rush. So he can get in and out so he doesn't get all outed. But I mean, with the explosive cast and the body slam, it should be relatively safe, especially the fact that he has a Roa. So, you know, Cassante is not like early state. He's not in his super broken release state, you know, where he was doing like 1v9s alone. And now here we are, we're getting onto Cassante, trying to do damage. The Death Mark is gonna explode, but the Topo 3 gonna burst. And that's Trixui gonna find a shutdown here. Sorry, gonna get shut down by Krovos. And that's Pew Pew. He's gonna be winning the he's gonna be winning the 2v2. And now Krovos is trying to find Laforge, but Reskin has to get away from Cassante. And the fear is gonna proc. The teleport here from Dr. Caron. Now Laforge just looking to try and get away from Krovos. And the flash here by Valix to secure the kill. And here we're going to continue the team fight. Dr. Caron doesn't really have any cooldowns to take down Sai. And Krovos just doesn't have the damage yet. It's just a Triforce. So a long extended fight. Victory, I'd say, for the side of Dawn. But they're still down almost 2,000 gold. The Kog'Maw just finished his second item. And Leos is not really having any fun this game. Constantly focused down by Laforge. Oh, okay. Reskin gonna have his recall interrupted. But we are nearing the completion of the call here for Bleos. That's gonna be a well-needed cash-in. It's still down about almost about 2,000 gold, and it's not much that he can do about that. We've got the dragon spawning in 20 seconds. It's going to be Cloud Soul Point here, and we see we're nearing the 2-item mark for some carries. We have the Black Cleaver and the Eclipse on Zed, with the Bork and the Ginsus on Kog'Maw, and I believe we're going to get the Shadow Flame pretty soon on Sai. But now the Otacon has spawned in the bot lane, and right now we're A-ramming. Pathmaker comes out. Pathmaker Shield comes out here from Valix, as that does a little bit of damage to him. And Pew Pew just trying to get as much firepower off to dissuade fighting. But Tixoi is going to be starting up the objective once again. Sai is going to try and push him off. And here now Valix has in the Topo 3. Is not going to find anybody. Yasuo forced to bust the ult out. As he just gets gunned down. And that's going to be Trixoi taking the dragon. Now a kill here by Dr. Caron onto the Bleos. And the Between World's going to be used, but it's not going to be enough. Reskin is going to die to Krobos, but the Lamb's Respite isn't going to mean enough. And that is a triple kill. That is a triple kill for Pew Pew once again. 10-3-4 here on the Kog'Maw. Looking fantastic. And I mean, there's not much that the Jinx can do at this point. I mean, Pew Pew has just had amazing lane dominance. It is the Cloud Soul Point picked up for DME Forgotten. It is the super fed Kog'Maw about to finish almost yet another item. We almost have the Runeans here for the Kagiwagi time. And yeah, just Kog'Maw just does so much damage. Yeah, the gold lead is only about 2.5k, but I mean, yeah, when you have a 10-3 Kog'Maw with almost 3.5 items, and your Jinx has 1 item, you're kind of just crying, you know? You're just crying. But we first picked this 80 carry, and it's like Forgotten already had an answer to it. They didn't care. The bot lane was somewhat high octane. The second Tixui started to come for ganks, and that's gonna be Sai taking about 70% of his life from a combo. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, Pew Pew. Gonna look to get found by Valix, the Super Mega Death Rocket. Gonna try and get Pew Pew, but only gonna take about 20% of his health. And Dr. Caron now trying to get. And now Bleo's gonna get assassinated by Reskin. And here Krovos is. Sorry, Sai also goes down. Yasuo gets motherfuckered. And there is no Hasaki to the solution. And yeah, that's just a triple kill for Reskin, who's been a bit of an NPC this game, but finds the angle to go in. And this 20-second death timer, so that's at least going to be the inhib probably into the Baron. But it's so early, Baron hasn't even spawned yet. So we're just going to take the inhib tower. We're not going to take the inhib itself because we don't want to give them an ability to come back with a little bit more money. But that's another 1,500 gold. So now we have the Flicker Blade on Kog'Maw. Honestly, Pew Pew doesn't care, man. He's building whatever he wants because he knows he's so fat it doesn't matter. And he's going to get more Gargle Spits, more living artilleries, more blah, 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 bio-arcane barrages. And this man is just ready to go next. He's like, is this a best of 5, bro? This shit's too easy. And Krovos might be in a bit of danger. Has to use the Lamb's Respite. Does get the shutdown, though, onto Pew Pew. So Pew Pew playing with a little bit of disrespect. But, hey, I mean, it still doesn't change the momentum. And the Lamb's Respite is a very long cooldown to be used, especially before this Baron fight in a minute. It means it won't be available. And now Lafal's just looking to hold the wave, but Sai's like, yordles. He's looking to get some nice filet mignon. The finest Kobe beef. And here we go. Now we've got Baron in 30 seconds. We've got Cloud Soul in a minute. And Sai looking to do some damage, looking to find some people, but it's just Yasuo and Sai at the end of the day. Bleos gets a turret bounty, so Jinx gets excited, but there's no real lockdown here for the side of Dawn, so they're just able to get a little bit of turret money. Still done about 4,000 plus gold, but now Pew Pew in danger, and yeah, it's just gonna get run down. Is it gonna be enough? And so we're trading sides, and now Reskin forced to flash over the wall. Sai traded here for Pew Pew, and that is Trixoi's flash invested. And now they're gonna try and get a little bit more off of Dr. Caron, and Dr. Caron gonna be sent across the wall, and this might be Dr. Caron's KDA getting ruined. Robos gets a kill here. And a decent team fighting here from the side of Dawn, trying to close the gold gap as fast as they can. But here we have the teleport. The teleport from Reskin is available. And now Tixoi is gonna look for a play. And that's going to be the Baron steal here. And Pew Pew now assassinating people. Krovos going to turn on that Lamb's Respite. But Sai is trying to get away. And that's going to be a living artillery to take the double kill. And that's just going to be, that's probably going to be the end of the game. And now Trixoi with the Shadow Shuriken. Wow, 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 wow. The fadeaway back shot, baby. And that's going to be forgotten. Just pegging Dawn into the ground, and that could be the game. 20-second death timers, a huge wave in the mid lane, and Pew Pew is excited to go Pew Pew once again. It's just a McDouble or a half-baked quarter pounder with cheese. There is nothing to do here, and okay, well, we're just gonna take the Nexus turrets. And okay, I thought we were ending the game, but we're just gonna take double Nexus there. We're gonna take the inner. We're gonna take the Cloud Soul. And honestly, we've increased the gold lead back up to 10 plus 1,000 gold. And now Pew Pew and Dr. Caron are going to be denying as much CS as they can from Krovos. They're saying, this is our jungle now. Looking at the money, no me, you don't even want to. There's so much money here. Krovos is at 3.5 items, but I mean Zed's almost full build, and I think Kog'Maw's about to be full build. So you definitely don't want to press tab. Look at the gold value, because now that's the wit's end picked up here for Pew Pew. We almost have a death cap here for the side of Reskin, and I think we're getting an Edge of Night on Trixui. The Rocket Belt also finished for Dictac, so he can find ways to go in. And I mean, that's a level 12 Yasuo, and that's a delicious burger. Nom 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 cheeseburger. And now Laforge gonna look for a wall slam. And Pew Pew's just getting excited. He's turning his gun on, and blah blah blah. We got that minigun. We got the blah blah blah. And now Pew Pew might be in a bit of danger, but Krovos forced to use the Lime's Respite. Valix trying to fight, but Trixui gonna get the kill here on side. And now the all out comes out, but it doesn't matter. And Trixui is just gonna show up with the assassination attempt. And Reskin gonna take a Fountain Laser, but it doesn't matter. And it's gonna be a clean 2-0 here in favor of DME Forgotten. They're gonna stomp the shit out of DME Dawn. So, yeah, I think Pew Pew's a little too strong for this league. And, yeah, I was right to put Trixui in, like, the throat go jungle category, because, like, tabarnak, bro. He played out of his mind here, stealing almost every objective. That Baron steal, though, really, like, I think the game was already, like, the game was already over before the Baron steal, but after that Baron steal and the team fight win, like, holy shit, blah, 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 blah. And Pew Pew going with the Pew Pews and stuff. So, yeah, well, that was my Wednesday night cast. It wasn't even 2 hours. That's how fast, you know, we had some McFuckins. But if you guys enjoyed the cast, remember to smash that like button, subscribe, and if we don't see you guys until Saturday we have Adrien Vincent versus Team Zuno at 6 p.m. And Sunday we have Chiefs versus Nordians at 7 p.m. But you are the throat goat, bro. Like, the way you play jungle, bro, you should be, like, married with, like, 15 kids. Like, there's no girl who wouldn't want to ride your dick, bro. Like, that's all I'm saying. It's top tier NA jungling here in Quebec. Like, let's go. All right. Thank you guys for watching the stream. As always, the VOD will be available so right after the stream ends or whatever, if you missed any part of it in this fantastic 2-0. But yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Let me know if there's any more casts or games that I gotta cover.